everyone, M. Erdman here, and this is M's Excel Tips. This video is going to be the first in a series teaching you how to create an interactive dashboard. Interactive dashboards are a great thing to have on your resume, especially if you're applying for a data analytics, data visualization, or digital marketing type career, or it'll just help you excel your current career even further. We're going to start this video by explaining what an interactive dashboard even is, and we'll touch upon the beginner to advanced level skills that will help you get to that final product, and then we'll dive into our first tip using VLOOKUP. If you're just looking for simple Excel tips, we still encourage you to stick around as that will be covered throughout all of the videos in this series. And throughout the series, I do plan to incorporate fun examples so that you can learn all that you need to know in an easy way, and you can hopefully stay awake while doing it. So today, our first example is going to come from Grammy record holder Beyoncé's discography. Let's get started. What you see next to me is our interactive dashboard. Now, it doesn't look very interactive yet, but I'm going to show you that. What you're able to do with this dashboard is you're able to choose any album of Beyoncé's discography, a song off that album, and then it'll auto-populate the duration of that song. Like you see here, the song Break My Soul is 4 minutes and 38 seconds long. So how do we do that? First, we have two drop-down menus. First drop-down menu are the albums within Beyoncé's discography. I'm not going to choose a new one yet, I want to show you the second drop-down first. In the second drop-down, you'll notice that all of the songs listed here are songs on the Renaissance album. So if I were to choose a new song, like the song Heated, you'll notice that the duration of the song updates here. Now it's only 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Now what if we do go ahead and change the album? What does that look like? I'm going to choose Lemonade. What are a few of the things that we notice first? First, the background color changed. Tried my best to match it to the album cover itself, but you may also notice that there is an error here, #NA. Why is there an error? Well, the song Heated is on the Renaissance album. It's not on the Lemonade album, so that song technically doesn't exist. We need to choose a new song off of Lemonade. So if we click this second drop-down, you'll notice that every song listed here updated. So you can only choose one that's on the album Lemonade. Let's go ahead and choose the song Freedom. Now you'll see that that error went away and we have the actual duration of the song. So what you'll be able to learn throughout this series is how to create two different drop-downs, one with an album and one that changes, called a dependent drop-down, based on your initial selection. We'll also be using V and X lookup to change the duration of the song, and then we'll use conditional formatting to change background colors and font colors based on your selections. So if you're interested, I encourage you to stick around, give this video a big thumbs up if you find it useful, subscribe to this channel so that you can learn more videos, and let's dive in now to our first Excel tip, VLOOKUP. Let's start by explaining what we see here on this worksheet. First, we have our table array. Our table array is this information listed here in columns A through D. We have our song and album title, the release year of that specific song, and then the duration of that song. To the right, we have this VLOOKUP table that I created. I already used a VLOOKUP function so that I could match a song to the album that it's from. You'll see that Ego is on I Am Sasha Fierce, Baby Boy is on Dangerously in Love, Check on It, B-Day, and you can see the rest. What we're going to try and do in this video is find the album, although we all know it's Renaissance. We're going to try and match the album Renaissance to the song Break My Soul using a VLOOKUP function. The reason you may use this in a type of business setting is if you have a bunch of unique IDs, like an employee ID number. There's tens of thousands of employee ID numbers, and within their table array, it shows the amount of sales they've made that month, maybe the number of calls that they've made that month, and we want to be able to extract that information and see it quickly. So that's what we're going to be doing here, but with, like I said, more exciting example Grammy record holder Beyoncé's discography. So let's get started. With any type of function in Excel, you always start with an equal sign, and then you tell Excel what type of function you're about to do. So we're going to do a VLOOKUP. So let's type that in here with a parentheses. That's how you'll start any type of function. And now we have to tell Excel, well, what are we looking for? We're going to be looking for the song Break My Soul. And then we're going to use a comma. So Break My Soul is in cell B10. That's why it says G10 here when I clicked on Break My Soul. Now, where can Excel find the song title Break My Soul? Where can it find the album title that matches it? Well, that's our table array. So if you highlight A through D, you can use a shortcut, Control, Shift, and the down arrow, and that will highlight your in table array. We have another column, and then we need to tell Excel what column is our information in that we're looking for. We're looking for the name of the album that Break My Soul is on. What column is that in? Well, we have column A, B, C, and D, but I want you to think of it as numbers. So column A is column 1, column B is column 2, column C is column 3, and I'm sure you can guess what column D is. Our album titles are listed in column B or column 2, so we're going to type in the number 2 and another comma. And now we want to tell Excel that this should be an exact match. We want Excel to look for the song Break My Soul and give us the exact album that it's on. So to do that, we're just going to type in false with a closing parenthesis and click enter. Now you'll see here we have the album Renaissance, just like we do above. There's also another way to use VLOOKUP, and this is going to be extremely useful for creating our entire interactive dashboard. And to do that, it requires us to work a little backwards. You'll notice that the song titles listed here in column G were already input for us. I already had Break My Soul written here. All we needed to do was create our VLOOKUP statement so that we could find the album. Now, what if that cell is blank? Again, this is going to come in handy for our interactive dashboard. We're going to start by using our VLOOKUP function. So again, that's the equal sign and VLOOKUP with a parentheses. And I know that your cell right here is blank, but we are going to click on it because we are going to type in something into that cell eventually. And we're going to do a comma, and again, we need to highlight our entire table array, Control Shift down, another comma. Again, we need to tell Excel which column it can find our album titles in. Again, that's column B or column 2. And we want an exact match. So we're going to type in false, ending parentheses, and click enter. You'll notice here we have an error, pretty similar to that error that we had on our interactive dashboard when we couldn't get the duration of the song. That's because there's nothing written here. We're not telling Excel to match any song to any album because it's blank. So let's try and find a song title, one that's further down just so that we can see how it matches up. Let's choose the song Energy. I'm going to go back up top. I'm going to type that in. And then you'll see that because our VLOOKUP formula is already written here, now it says Renaissance. Let's choose another one just to be sure. I'm going to type in the song Blue. And when I do that, it shows that it is off the album Beyoncé. So that was VLOOKUP. I hope that you found it useful. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so that you can stay up to date on the videos that will accompany this one in creating our larger interactive dashboard. It's a bit of a sneak peek in our next video. We're going to begin creating our drop-down menu, the one you see here with all of Beyoncé's album titles, and also the unique function, which is required to do that. And then in the video that comes next, we'll start diving into our dependent drop-down, the song titles that change based on our album titles, and then a few other functions that are great to know and we'll use as part of that bigger project. So once again, I'm Em Erdman. This is Ziggy. This is Em's Excel Tips. I hope to see you in the next one.